We have 2 companies now. We were bankrupt 10 years ago. We were out of money. And my mother-in-law, as you mentioned, was paying for our groceries and all of that stuff while we were raising our son. And it challenged the hell out of us. Like, you know, I was really in a bad space because I thought that I had asked my wife to leave her day job to come and join this dream with me. And here I felt like I was letting the whole family down. And so as a man, I started carrying all this weight, and I started really finding myself getting into this dark hole and sitting in parking lots to not be home so she wouldn't see me cry type of stuff because I couldn't figure it out. And I had also seen my dad go through bankruptcy as a kid, and I saw him climb out of that, but I saw what it took for him to climb out of that. So I was like, dang, am I repeating history within my fam? Like, am I like really repeating this over and over again? Did I not learn something? So it was a lot of these unanswered questions. But what I didn't realize was God said, okay, since you're going to call this movement Never Settle, we're going to teach them, because you're going to go through some of the hardest moments that I'm going to give to you to prove that you never settled. I didn't know that going through it. You know, now I wish I would have named it We All Made It. And then maybe God would have just been like, you're blessed. You got a couple of extra zeros in your bank account. Now go help other people make it. Since you called it We Made It, we arrived. I could have came up with any other terminology. I had to choose Never Settle as the thing I was going to put everything in on. And God was like, okay, I hear you on that. Let's make sure you up for this test.
Like a million things to never settle on.
Let's make sure you're resilient. So, and the biggest test of that was when we had a $186,000 deal with AOL at the time. We were driving on I-95 South from Baltimore to Dulles, Virginia. So we're driving on I-95 South. We're headed to what they call a signing party. I'm sorry, did I say it was two? It was 2 and some change. This thing was going to launch our company. I get the numbers sometimes confused because there's 2 different deals that we had going on. But nonetheless, we're driving to this opportunity, and we get a phone call halfway there. The guy, David, calls me, and we pull over the side of the road, and I'm like, what's going on? He's like, the deal's not going down. And I'm like, wait, hold on. We've already had contracts sent to us. We're just merely coming for a signing party. Like it was a 12-page document. We had already done a pilot with them. They paid us for the pilot. Like that was like $10,000 or something like that. But we didn't have any other money other than that. And then he was like, yeah, the deal's not happening because a new CEO came in town and has put a freeze on all contracts. And so, you know me, I'm like, I go straight into like Baltimore mode. I'm like, bro, you just need to backdate the contract. What you talking about? Like this ain't nothing. Just backdate. He's like, no, you don't understand. It's in a computer system. I'm like, you need to do you understand? I'm in the car with my wife. We just dropped off our son to my mom. My mom is all excited because she's seeing her son and his wife go down and go get this money for this deal that's going to launch their business. And now you're telling me that this isn't launching? And then right after that, the recession hit. So we were done. We were toast. 401k was gone. Savings was gone, credit card money, everything just gone. And so that's when it really hit us the hardest. I know other people have had lower lows than ours, but that was our lowest low. We had 2 full-time jobs that we had left to pursue this dream. And everything we got, we saved a year and a half worth of money. We did everything we were supposed to do and then some, and it still wasn't enough. And so that hard lesson challenged our marriage, challenged us as a couple, challenged us as business owners, and really pushed us to the edge, and taught us how to be resilient, taught us how to make smart decisions under most painful situations, and really taught us to be super humble as well. And so we don't take anything for granted. So that's the Never Settle story in a very, very, 2-minute nutshell of what kind of was like the launch of our business was right at that moment. We were launching the company, and that's how it started. So you talk about never settle. We never gave up, and now we're here. And now we're here, right? Now we
2 Emmys.
And now we're here.
2 Emmys.
So it can happen. My point is, it can happen. You know you've hit the roughest part when it's the easiest time to quit. So if you know you're at that roughest part, you know you've hit it. When you're ready to throw it all in and you're like, I'm done with this, let me just go whatever, I'm done. That's usually the roughest part. So if you can actually stay with it through that, find some help, get some salvation, talk to people that would love to mentor you, get yourself into some positive circles, change your group chat. Who's on your group text? Studio Q Show.